Today we're going to be conducting the Fugl Meyer assessment of physical performance, and this assessment looks at sensory motor function for patients that are post-stroke. So this assessment has an upper extremity and a lower extremity portion. Today we're going to be doing the upper extremity section, section A, which consists of reflex patterns and flexor and extensor synergy movements. So for each of these tests, we're always going to test the unaffected side first, then we'll be testing the affected side.
Hi Raven, I'm Haley. I'm an occupational therapy student. I'll be working with you today.
Okay.
So I know you had a stroke about a month ago and your right arm is affected.
Yeah.
Okay. So today I'm just going to test your reflexes and see how they are. So I'm going to start with your arm that's not affected. Okay. Good. And then we're going to raise it up overhead. Very good. Okay, I'm going to do your affected arm. Okay. Very good. Okay, now I'm going to be looking at some movements in your arms. So the first thing I want you to do is bring your left arm over your right knee and then bring that arm up back to your left ear. Okay, I want you to do that 2 more times. Good. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to do right arm over your left knee and then bring it up over to your right ear.
That's as far as I can go.
Okay, that's okay. Let's do that. Try 2 more times. Good. Okay, now we're going to do your left arm up to your ear and then down to your knee. And we're going to do that 3 times. Okay. Very good. Okay, and now we're going to do your right arm up to your ear as far as you can. Okay, and then go down to your left knee. Good. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Very good. Okay, now can you put your left hand behind your back? Good. All right, and let's try your right hand.
That's as far as I can go.
Okay, that's good. Let's do it 2 more times. Now I want you to bring your left arm up like this for me. Good. And we're going to do the same thing on the right side. Bring it up. Good. You do that 2 more times. Very good. Now I want you to hold your left arm up like this. And you turn your palm to the floor and then to the ceiling. Good. Now do the same thing on the right side. Palm to the floor, to the ceiling. Again. And 1 more time. Good job. Now I'm going to get you to raise your left arm up like this for me. Good. Alright, same thing on the right side. As far as you can. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Good. Okay, now I want you to bring your left arm up like this. And then can you bring it overhead? Back. Very good. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the right side, as far as you can go.
I can't get it there.
Okay, let's just do that 2 more times. Good. Okay, now with your left arm, it should come out at an angle, and we're just gonna do palm to the floor and palm to the ceiling. Good. Alright, now let's do it on the right side. To the floor, ceiling, and do that 2 more times. Very good.
The last part of Section A, subtest for upper extremity, is Part 5, normal reflex activity. This is only scored if the patient scored full score of 6 on Part 4. In this case, the patient only scored a 3, so this section will not be completed during this time.
Okay, now we're gonna do some wrist movements. So the first thing I want you to do is with your left arm, hold it like this. And I want you to bring your wrist back as far as you can. And I'm gonna apply some pressure, don't let me push it down. Good. And do the same thing on the right side. Bring your wrist back as far as you can. I'm gonna apply some pressure, don't let me push it down. Good. Okay, let's do that 2 more times. As far as you can. Good. 1 more time. Great. Okay. Now I want you to take your left arm up like this, and then we're gonna bend it back and then down towards the floor. Good. Okay. Move your right arm up as far as you can, and then down as far as you can. Good. Good. Okay. Now I want you to bring your left arm out like this for me and bend your wrist back as far as you can. I'm going to apply some pressure, don't let me push it down. Very good. Same thing on the right side. Bend your wrist back as far as you can. Good. I'm going to apply some pressure, don't let me push it down. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Okay. Good. Alright, and now I want for your left arm out like this. And we're just going to bring your wrist back and down. Good. Same thing on the right side. Back as far as you can. And down. 3 times. Very good. Okay, the last one we're going to do is you're just going to turn your left wrist in a circle. Good. Alright, let's do it on your right side. Now we're going to score section A. For the reflexes, she got a 2 for each because she did elicit the responses. And then for volitional movement with synergies, she scored a 1 for retraction, elevation, abduction, external rotation, flexion, and supination because those were all partial movements. For shoulder adduction and internal rotation, she got full motion, and then for extension and pronation, she also got full motion, so she would be scored 2. For the mixing synergies, she scored partial for hand to lumbar spine, shoulder flexion, and then full for pronation and supination. For little or no synergy, for shoulder abduction, she scored a 1 because it was partial movement, 0 because she couldn't do shoulder flexion from 90 to 180 degrees, And then she scored a 2 for pronation and supination. She was able to do that. For the wrist section, she was partial for stability at 15 degrees dorsiflexion because she could bend her wrist back, but she couldn't hold resistance. And for repeated dorsiflexion and volar flexion, she could perform it, but she had limited range of motion. For stability at 15 degrees dorsiflexion, she was also partial because she wasn't able to hold resistance. And for repeated dorsiflexion and volar flexion, she had limited active range of motion. And then for circumduction, she got a 2 because it was a smooth and complete movement. To score, we add up each section. So for section A, she got 23 out of 36. And for section B, she got 6 out of 10. And typically you would do sections A through D to get a total motor function score for a possible score out of 66. But today we just did upper extremity and wrist. This score would tell us her prognosis. So a higher score would be a better prognosis and a lower score would be more disability. Okay, now can you put your left hand behind your back? Good. All right, and let's try your right hand.
That's as far as I can go.
Okay, that's good. Let's do it 2 more times. I cannot think what. Can you raise your left arm up like this for me? As far as you can? Or is it supposed to be behind you?
Yeah.